Well, good morning, students of class 10. Today, once again, I am going to teach you Unit 4 Operators in Java, and now we will understand prefix, increment and decrement operators. So, operators are written before the operand. They are termed as prefix operator. Before the operand means you understand, suppose plus plus a, so plus plus a, plus plus is increment operator and a is operand, so that's why it is written before the operand. And they increase or decrease the value before the action has taken place. Before the calculation, the value will increase. For example, a equal to 7 and we are writing here plus plus a. It means value will become 8. Okay, this is terminator. In the programming term we write terminator to end the line, that's why I am writing this. Plus plus a means if value of a is 7, then before the calculation start the value will increase. Plus plus a means 7 and 1 increment means it change into 8. So in this case, increment operators plus plus are written before the operand. So before the operand, you understood, plus plus a and plus plus is increment operator and a is operand. The same as minus minus a. Suppose we are writing here minus minus a, and suppose we have value of a is 7, then before the calculation start it will become 6. So that's why we say before the action has taken place, increment and decrement take place. So we will understand this with example in the book. It is given executions of prefix increment. Here we have to understand the example of increment operator. Int m equal to m is operand, and equal to sign is assignment operator, and 6 is constant. M equal to plus plus m into 6. So plus plus m value will increase before calculation start. Here before execution m is assigned 6, before calculation it will be 6, then plus. Now value of m will increase because we have got the value of m is 6 and now it will become 7. So 7 into 4, 28 plus 7, 35. So m plus plus will become 7. Then processor continue by using 7 further operation, then 7 plus 7 into 4, 35. Same as prefix decrement. Now you understand the decrement operator. In case decrement operator are written before the operand. Before the operand, for example, a equal to we have 7. A equal to 7. A equal to minus minus a plus 3 into a. So in the beginning, before the calculation start, a will change into 6. So our value minus minus a 6 plus 3 into a, 3 into 6, 18, and plus 6, 24. So we will evaluate 24. Here minus minus a means 6, then 6 plus 3 into 6. So here 24. Same as postfix increment. So I hope you understood prefix increment. Again I am just telling you this plus a is prefix increment and minus a is prefix decrement. In this both value increase before calculation start, the calculation. So next we have to understand postfix. Okay, increment or decrement operators are written after the operand. After the operand we have to write increment and decrement operators, we have to write after the operand, like a plus plus. So this is called postfix. A minus minus, this is called postfix increment and postfix decrement. Now we have to understand this increment decrement operator in postfix. So first, postfix increment, in this case they increase or decrease the value after the action has taken place. Here when the action will take place, then only postfix plus plus will increase the value and postfix minus minus will decrease the value. So we will understand. It is example is given in the book. Suppose integer type data d equal to 8 we have, and we have to solve this statement. In this statement, int p equal to d plus plus into 4 plus d. So try to understand what is the what is written here. Decrement value after the action has taken place. When the action will taken place, then only value will increase. So in the first, value of d will remain same, means 8. The value will not increase. In prefix, value was increasing and decreasing before the calculation start, but here value will not increase, it will remain same. So value d plus plus means value will remain same first time 8, then into 4 plus d. So in the next time the value of 8 will increase. So 8 into 4, 32 plus 9, 32 and plus 9. You see, d plus plus means value will remain same 8, and 8 into 4, 8 into 4, 32 plus 9, 41. The value will remain 41. Next, p equal to 7 and int q equal to p minus minus into 5 plus p into 3. So value will remain same, value will not decrease, so value will remain same, 7 into 5, 35 plus p into 3. So this times value will decrease. Why? Because after the execution taken place, the value is increased. 7 changed into 6. So 6 into 3, 6 into 3, 18. So we have 53 here. Binary operators, now you understand, and these types of example I will teach you in the next page. Binary operators are two operands are said to be binary operators. Two operands, we have a plus b. Here we have two operand, first is a and second is b, and plus is arithmetical operator. That's why if we have two operand, that is called binary operators. So these operators are used to perform fundamental arithmetic operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication. So plus, minus, division, modular sign we have. So these are called binary operators. If two operands, remember this, if we have two operand only, then this is called binary operators. Shorthand operation is very important. It saves our time and gives meaning to the Java programming. So binary operators available in Java can also be written in short form. Here q equal to q divided by 8. So we can write this q divided by equal to 8. It means q equal to q divided by 8. M equal to m modulo sign 3. And this will give you reminder. So m modulo sign equal to 3. P equal to p into 5. So p into equal to 5. So you see all this standard form we can write, and we should write like this in the Java programming. These all mathematical expression we should write like this in the Java programming. These statements we should write like this. We should memorize this. Next, shorthand operations are used only when a variable acts as an accumulator or a counter. Next, students, you understand this, how to write short form. A equal to, suppose, a plus 1. So in the Java we can write in short a plus equal to 1. And if a equal to a into 2, then we can write this statement as a into equal to 2. B equal to, suppose, b minus 6, then we can write b minus equal to 6. One more example I am taking here. Suppose a equal to a divided by 3, then we can write a divided by equal to 3. If we are writing b equal to b into 18, then b equal to b into equal to 18. So this is the short form, the way of writing Java short form. This operator symbol, this is very easy. Operator symbols you write just before the operand, after the operand, then equal to, then write constant. Here you also see a arithmetical operator equal to, then constant. Here also operand arithmetical operator minus equal to 6. So like this we can write all mathematical expression as a Java expression. Now next we will understand ternary operator. So ternary operator, what is this? You understand this? Ternary operator is the conditional operator. We check which is greater or smaller. We can check using ternary operator. So operator, these ternary operators operate on 3 operands. We have 3 operands, then we can use ternary operator. So first, it is also called ternary conditional operators because the value assigned to a variable depends upon a logical expression or a condition. We have to understand syntax. Variable equal to, we have to test condition, This is ternary operators. This question mark before the bracket, after the bracket, if you are having this question marks, it means this is ternary operator. And now expression 1 colon expression 2. So example, you understand, suppose a equal to 5 and b equal to 3, then which will be the maximum value? Equal to a greater than b. I don't know which is the greatest value here, but I am comparing between a and b. Suppose a greater than b, question mark a colon b, terminator. If this is not, then b will be greater minimum b, and if we have to find out the minimum value, b greater than a, question marks a colon b. So b will be smaller value, we have b smaller value, otherwise we will check both. Okay, suppose we have to find out maximum value, and suppose we don't know the value of a is 5 or a value of b is what, or value of a is what and b is what, I don't know. So in that case, you write this expression max a greater than b and max a greater than b, b greater than a. So anyone will satisfy any one condition. So I will write one program also on ternary operator. This is important. And here rewrite this program. If a plus b greater than c, then its third number is smaller. So this program you try to run. I will also show in the computer. Okay, if a greater than a plus b less than a plus b greater than c, then third number is smaller. If a plus b less than c, then third number will be greater. So this is one of the program we have to see. Nested ternary operator we have to understand. Suppose a, b and c, three numbers suppose we have. So in this case, a greater than b, question marks, a greater than c, a colon c, b greater than c, then b colon c. So this expression will find out which number is the greatest number, maximum number. So now you see this relational operator. So you know very well, we have relational operator less than, greater than. So less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to, these both assignment sign is called equal to. Okay, this is the symbol of not equal to, remember this. So a less than b, a greater than b, a less than equal to b, a greater than equal to b, a equal to b, a not equal to b. So this is called relational. Logical operators, we have operators that are used between two or more conditions in Java statement. For example, and operator. If both the statement will be true, then only this condition will execute. If both statement will be true, then this logical operator will execute true, or means either one, either true, one will be true. If two conditions are there, so one should be true, then statement will execute, and not equal to. If both conditions are not true, then statement will execute. Remember, if both the conditions are not true, false, then only not statement will execute true. So logical and. So we have to understand this: a greater than b and a greater than c. So if both a greater than b and a greater than c, then if the both condition will be true, then only the result will execute. Okay, so this is given in the diagram. false, 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 true, false, true, false, false. Then only if true and true, if only if the both statement will be true, then true. If this will be true and this will be false, then result will come false. If this will false, this will true, then result will come false. Only one condition, result will come true, when both the statements are true. This is the use of AND statement. In the mathematics also, set theory, if you are learning union intersections, so like that only this is given. And here in the OR statement means from the both statement only one statement should be true. From the suppose false and false, false, first statement is false and second is true, then result will come true. First statement is true and second statement is coming false, then also it is true, because at least one should be true. And if both is true, then true. Logical operator not. Okay, operator used along with a condition of operand reverse the result. Not equal to A greater than. If A greater than B, then result will come false. If A will not come greater than B, then it will come true. See, A greater than B, then false. A greater than B, then here not means not greater than, then true. And this is the not operator. So now we will understand, and I will solve these examples. Okay, this is already solved, but I am trying to explain you understand this. Okay, y equal to 14, then find out this expression. Z equal to, this is given. This statement we have to solve. So I have told you this is prefix. Remember, this is prefix operator, plus plus prefix operator. So value will increase first before the actual execution take place. Value will start, so value will increase before mathematical calculation. So value will increase 14 and one increment 15 into, so value is already increased, so y's value will be 15 and plus y plus plus means here don't write 16 because value increase in after execution start. So in the beginning value is increased, so we have to write 15 here plus 5, so 15 into 20, so 300. In the next you see 8, a equal to 8, so we have to solve it. Students, you understand, a minus equal to this expression is written, so only one thing you do, a minus and keep all these in the bracket, in the small bracket, a minus and all this in a small bracket. So I have told you already, this is the method of writing the mathematical expression in Java. So a minus means a minus all this, then a minus plus plus a plus plus 4. So a equal to 8. Why 8? Because plus 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 plus, so it is given. So value of a is 8, so 8. Why it is 8? Because you don't understand. I am just solving this in a copy. Okay, you understand this. A minus equal to plus plus a plus a plus 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 4. Okay, so we have to understand this. A equal to A minus, then all this plus plus A plus A plus 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 4. So what is the value of A? Here this is not increment or decrement, simple variable. So value of A is 8 minus what is the value? Value will increase. 8 was the value of A, so value will increase before 9 plus here 9 plus 4. So you see here 8 minus 22. Okay, so here we will find the result 14, minus 14. So we have minus 14 here. Okay, like this you try to solve all these mathematical statements. Only you remember that in this prefix value will increase first, but in postfix value will remain same. When we start calculation, then value will increase. Here when you are solving this A into this expression, then you start A into, so what is the value of A? 12 into, and all these statements we kept in the bracket. So 12 into, very simple, you see, plus plus A. So what is the value? Value will increase 12. Why it will increase? Because this is A plus plus is prefix. So 12 will change into 13, will increase. 13 divided by 6 plus, what is the value of B? 8. So 8, this is remainder sign. Remember this is not a division sign, this is the division sign, this is remainder sign. So you will, this will give you quotient and this will give you remainder. 8 divided by 3. So pay attention here, 12 into 13 divided by 6. Okay, this is little different from mathematical word. 13 divided by 6, so you will find here only 2. Why? 6 12, the remainder is 1 and quotient is 2, so 2. So 8 when we will divide, then remainder will come again 2. 3 into 2, 6, then 2 will remain. So 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 12, 48. Okay, so like this, x equal to 4. So 4, then x, what is the value of x? 4. So 4 plus x plus plus, so value will remain same, 4 into plus plus x plus plus x. So value will increase here 4 into 6 modular sign 2. So 24 divided by 2. So remainder will remain 0 and then 4. Next, here 48 and 13 are given. A value is 48 plus B plus plus, means B value is 13. 13 into 5, and this is division sign, and 48 and plus 14. So 48 plus 65 divided by 48. So here quotient is 1. 48 plus quotient, we are dividing for 65 by 48. Then quotient is 1 and plus 4, then 63 total. Okay, Thank you very much students. I will teach you next chapter in the next video.